All right. Legit criticism. Providing it. How in the world do you do that? I think this is an important question because a lot of lefties in particular, I don't even feel like naming them. You know who it is. I don't feel like repeating the names. Say basically you have to provide legitimate criticism to a presidency or to this and that. That is code for we don't care about your opinion. That's really what it is. When you hear, people go on and defend, Joe Biden, and then they're just like, well, you need to provide actual criticism of him. When you see the inflation, you see the lack of meetings, there's no State of the Union even. Now, mind you, I don't give a shit about these things, but it makes you question why. Why is the president not doing that? Why has the State of the Union not come out? Doesn't make any sense to me. Does it to you? And when you really dig deeper, you realize that they don't really want legit criticism. They don't talk about those things. They'll say how great things are and oh my goodness, look at this. When I hear, like I said, what made me really cringe and just really showed me that screw it. I'm just going to say his name. Now it took me 2 minutes, but when Bo the Fifth Column said that the Democratic Party was a coalition party, my eyes rolled back into my head. How is the Democratic Party legitimately a coalition party? It's like just because you have a progressive caucus does not mean it's progressive. It's like, come on. And of course, the progressive caucus has been blown the fuck out. AOC, all these folks have become part of the establishment. And I know people are going to say, oh, you've joined the Jimmy Dore types or whatever. I just don't care. I just think they're full of shit. But when you hear this sort of thing that it's a coalition party, if you genuinely believe the Democratic Party is a coalition party, you deserve to be slapped in the face. I'm just gonna say that to you directly. You deserve to be slapped in the face for saying such idiotic garbage. Um, of course, when you hear this type of stuff, though, you realize that these folks want to present a narrative, and they keep people in a box. They keep them in, dare I say it, an echo chamber. And like I said, I know that's an older term, but I'll say it nonetheless. In a hug box, whatever the case, whatever term you want to use. Maybe I keep my audience in a hug box or in a certain way, and I don't talk about other things. I don't know. I like to think I do, but who knows? My point is this: is providing legitimate criticism um, ultimately is just an excuse to say, and basically, the proof is in the pudding sort of thing, or basically, we get to throw out whatever we deem to be irrelevant. And so the statute of limitation, or excuse me, the statute of say, what is evidence is at their discretion. And they can, toss out whatever they want to. So when you provide this sort of thing, well, they need to provide legitimate criticism about what we're doing. They don't want to hear any criticism. Just realize that, like I say, there's going to be, this goes on in all sorts of communities where they don't like to hear any criticism of things, and it goes on. I've distanced myself from, some of the excesses and some of the extremes. I think I used to be very much, sort of a collapsitarian type, and I've tried to back away a little bit. Like I say, I will fully admit that I do push that rhetoric. I've kind of That's where I stand on that. I forgot what the hell I was saying, but who cares? I'll go ahead and wrap it up pretty soon because I'm sure y'all are like, oh, please, we don't want a 10-minute video about something like this, Uncle Thomas. Just wrap it up. So I will. The thing is that this is just another point in keeping communities and keeping groups. Um, I guess I'm going to use some very bad terms, but I'll say it nonetheless. Keep them clean, meaning no desertion. I mean, no keeping dissident sort of beliefs out, keeping you know any sort of demeaning views have to be kept out. Now, of course, mind you, this goes on in all sorts of parties. It goes on in all sorts of areas of the world. Is that if you disagree on something, and everyone at least seems to agree for whatever reason, whether it's money or power or whatever, you're going to be marginalized. You know. Anyway, just be aware of that. I think that's all I got. I'm going to edit this down a little bit, so hopefully y'all enjoy that. See you later. Goodbye.